Jesus Christ warns us of Christianity. This coming in. There are over 7.5 billion people in the world. Thousands of different cultures with their own customs and traditions, all believing different things. There are roughly 4,200 different religions, all assuming what they believe is true. Of all the religions in the world, about 2.5 billion claim to belong to Christianity. 2.5 billion, that's 1/3 of the population. Christianity itself is divided into many denominations, with many independent churches, all believing different things. All are convinced they're right. If a Christian is unhappy with one church, they can pick and choose a church that best fits their own beliefs. Is it possible that 7.5 billion people in the world are right? Is it possible that everyone has the answers? If the answer to that question is no, then is it possible that everybody is wrong? If everybody can't be right, it stands to reason that maybe everyone is wrong. How about all these different Christian churches? Can all these churches with their different teachings and customs be teaching accurately out of this book? And if they're not all accurate, could they all be inaccurate? Jesus made some bold statements and predictions, which Christianity seems to read over and dismiss. Jesus Christ said, "Many will come in His name, saying that He is the Christ, and they will deceive many." Jesus Christ warns that the ones to look out for are those preaching in His name, saying He is the Christ. Isn't that every church you know of? Don't all Christian churches come in His name with a message that Jesus is the Christ? Is Jesus Christ warning us about modern Christianity? Jesus told a disciple who asked if the number of those saved would be few. And Christ said to him, He said, "Many will seek to enter the kingdom. Many will seek to be saved and shall not be able." Not be able. Many seeking to be saved and they're unable. You don't hear that in the churches. Jesus said, "Some will knock at the door saying, 'Lord, Lord, open unto us.' And Jesus will answer and say, 'I don't know who you are.' And these individuals will argue, 'But we've eaten and drunk in your presence, and you've taught in our streets.' But He'll say, Jesus Christ will say, 'I tell you, I don't know who you are. Depart from me, all you teachers of iniquity.'" Wow, so Jesus Christ said many will think they spent a lifetime in His presence, but Jesus Christ labels them teachers of iniquity, teachers of sin. These individuals were seeking to be saved. In fact, they thought they were saved, and Jesus said, "No, please leave." If that's the case, how can you be saved? Does Jesus Christ tell us? Yes, He does. Jesus Christ said, "If you wish to enter into life, keep the commandments." Most churches hate this very simple statement. So let's look at Christianity. There are many Christian teachers. They say they have come in the name of Jesus. Their message is, He is the Christ. They say if you only believe He is the Christ, you are saved. They teach the commandments. The law was nailed to the cross. The law has been done away. It's not necessary for salvation. And this has deceived over 2 billion people into believing it is okay to break the law of God. All that is required of you is to believe Jesus is Christ. That's their message. Jesus Christ calls these teachers teachers of iniquity, teachers of sin, teachers giving license to dismiss commandments from God. Commandments that Jesus Christ Himself said are necessary if you want to enter into life. And these teachers will actually be surprised when Jesus Christ says, "I don't know who you are." To add insult to injury, this book also tells us that Satan has his own ministers who are disguised as ministers of righteousness. We're also told that Satan is the god of this world, and he's blinding the minds of those who don't believe. And in fact, he deceives the whole world. Not 2/3 of the world, not the whole world, minus 2.5 billion people, the whole world. So if God tells us the whole world is deceived, and Satan does the deceiving, i.e. he blinds the minds of them who believe not, and if you cannot believe Jesus Christ when he says the correct path is to keep the commandments, you may have been blinded by Satan's ministers of righteousness. If God has a spirit by which he speaks to humans, Satan, the god of this world, he also has a spirit by which he speaks to his ministers posing as righteous ministers. And we are told, believe not every spirit. Many preachers and Christians claim to be moved by the Spirit. But which spirit? Believe not every spirit, but test the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets, i.e. preachers, are gone out into the world. Every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is of God. This is how we know it comes from God, if someone teaches Jesus Christ has come in the flesh. Every spirit that does not acknowledge that Jesus Christ came in the flesh is not of God. This is that spirit of the Antichrist. Jesus Christ came in the flesh. This teaching is from God. Now notice what this verse does not say. It does not say every spirit that confesses Jesus Christ has come as God and flesh is of God. The majority of Christian doctrine in the world teach that Jesus came as both God and man. He was fully God who decided to take on human qualities, kind of like Jesus was this spirit-composed God being in a human flesh-like costume. I don't know how that would work, and these teachers can't explain it either. And it's because nowhere in the Bible does it teach us that Jesus Christ was God and man simultaneously. Nowhere. In fact, Christianity as a whole teaches that Jesus Christ didn't fully die. They teach that his fleshly part died, but not his godly part. But I tell you, it was imperative that Jesus Christ was fully dead. And if you subscribe, I'll be doing a video proving that Jesus Christ had to be 100% dead for 3 days and 3 nights. Which, by the way, Christians don't even believe that. They believe he was dead for 2 nights and 1 day. But regardless, Jesus Christ had to be 100% dead, because if he wasn't, you have no promise of anything. That video is coming soon. But yes, Jesus Christ told us emphatically, he said, I am he that lives, and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore. But Christianity refuses to believe this. This would have been a good place for Jesus Christ to let us know that he was dead in flesh only if that were the case. But he didn't. He said he was dead. Christ said he was dead. Satan wants us to believe that his death was simply theater. He died only in costume. Churches that are tuned into Satan's spirit deny Jesus Christ came in the flesh and that he was 100% human being. If you belong to a church, check out your church's official doctrine. There's a very good chance your church believes Jesus Christ was both somehow God and man here on earth. In fact, I bet your church also teaches you have an immortal soul. When you die, your soul either goes to heaven or hell. This is also a lie. This lie was taught to us by Satan to our parents, Adam and Eve. Satan taught our parents that they wouldn't die if they disobeyed God, even though God said they would die. And still today, nearly every culture and religion still believe this lie. They believe the soul lives on. But God said the soul that sins, it shall die. He also said that everyone has sinned, thus every soul is scheduled for death, according to God, if you choose to believe him. There is so much confusion and deceit in Christianity. On this channel, I'll be defending God and his words. I'll be covering death. Christianity gets that wrong. I'll cover why Christ had to be completely dead. That's all covered in the book. I will show you heaven and hell is not a part of God's plan. Stick around and subscribe. I'm sure I'll get a lot of talking points from the comments. Make sure to like or dislike this video. I'm predicting more dislikes, but hey, Christ said, if the world dislikes you, know that it disliked me first, or something like that. His words have never been very popular, especially among the religious. See you soon. Stick around and subscribe. I'm sure I'll get a lot of talking. Blah.